Now, which one do I prefer and would I recommend those vehicles? Well, it really depends. I mean, this may sound like a very generic answer, but it really applies to those vehicles because they're so niche, they're so particular, and so unforgiving and uncompromising. And by this, I mean, if you want a jack of all trade, or if you want a vehicle that is quite the opposite, very good at something, none of these are very good at something. They're not the fastest. They're not the sturdiest. They won't jump the highest. They're not the most durable. It just doesn't. That's not what they're for. They look. Both of them look, in my opinion, fantastic. They drive in a very different and interesting fashion, very realistic too, I might add. Um, they are the upgrades turn them into very enjoyable vehicles, but without those upgrades, they can be very frustrating. Doing those upgrades can be very frustrating if you're not much of a tinkerer. So I would say both of them, you know, first of all, if you have an interest in tinkering, I wouldn't say you need to be, an expert or have been in the RC game for a long time to be able to enjoy that. That was not my case, but I enjoyed tinkering, and they were pleasant. They were frustrating at times, but they were pleasant to work on, and the result was so different. It was so effective that it validated all the efforts that I've put into those trucks. So I would recommend them for whoever is able to appreciate the journey that you're gonna have to go through to get them from duds to studs, I guess. So that's one thing. In terms of budget, none of them are very budget friendly. The upgrades are very, very expensive. I mean, in Canadian dollars, you're probably putting 50% of the price of the vehicle just in upgrades alone than for the Losi Super Rock Ray, and I'm assuming it's probably a little less for the Yeti. But I would suspect that the Yeti may not be as durable down the road. In terms of would I recommend them, I would say absolutely if you are someone who can take them for what they are, meaning scale bashers. If so, that's fine, and meaning that you are someone who enjoys tinkering. If you're someone who just want to grab their rigs, go outside and play and not have to think about it, not at all. I don't think this will be an enjoyable experience. I don't think they're designed and meant for this or cater to this crowd. I don't think so. In terms of resale value, the Yeti is fine. It's still, retain its value. I believe I've seen it around 500 US dollars, in dollars of today. With regards to the Losi Super Rock Ray, it depreciates like a rock. It's pretty bad. You can get, a fairly new one at a fairly low price, but bear in mind, make sure that, they've been taken care of, they've been upgraded. If they haven't been upgraded, make sure that you negotiate the price to reflect the fact that you're going to have to be dumping a whole bunch of money in there to make it worth your time. With those few upgrades that I've discussed, they are fantastic, a lot of fun to drive. I would highly recommend them, and I don't even think I would even part ways because they feel so special. So that's it. This is Justin from Arsene Coffee. This was in the section tips and tricks of the Arsene Coffee YouTube channel, and you can also find us on Facebook. Thank you very much.